Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. My name, as always, is Travis.
Hey, guys.
How we doing, buddy?
Good. How about you?
Strikes and gutters, ups and downs.
Always my ray of sunshine.
Always. So, real quickly, hope the audio is better this week than last week. Apparently, our audio was fucked when we had 4 people in the room for our podcast last week. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Bobo and I talked about this obviously beforehand, but I'm so sick of this goddamn shit happening, and it just irritates the hell out of me because for whatever reason we can never get it right, and because correct me if I'm wrong. Well, maybe there's been like a couple group episodes where we've had people in here where it sounds fine, but I'm gonna put this plea out there for our audience. If there's anybody out there that is a sound engineer that wants to try to help us out, we would gladly accept your help. And we can trade like plugs if you have your own studio. We can do whatever. We'll definitely feed you food and booze.
We seem to be good at getting it right when it's just the 2 of us.
Right.
We can't seem to get it right when there's more than 3.
Yeah, there's something going on that is just outside of our knowledge. We can manage it, but like I just want somebody to come in because I'm sure it's a quick fix. I'm sure it's just something we're missing. So if there's anybody out there or you know somebody that you can recommend, you can call us at 747-BANGING and leave us a message. You can text us. You can email us at pwthepodcast@gmail.com. Anything to help out, that would be great.
Yeah, just a little. We could need a little fine-tuning on the group episodes. That's it.
We also need to talk about last week's episode for another reason.
A couple reasons.
Well, okay. I only have one reason, but
what's that?
Our dominance. I'm not going to say dominance, but Mandy and I should have won fair and square because immediately after you and Ann left last week or the week, last week, Mandy goes, you know what? Black raspberry is my favorite ice cream. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
So, the best part is, I got in the car after that,
yeah.
And the same thing happened to me, Travis. Ann goes, Mint Oreo is my favorite ice cream flavor.
Yeah, but, I
was like, then why didn't you fucking say it?
No, but she said that on the podcast. She wasn't...
Yes, but I was like, why did you not just say that instantly, though? Why? If that's what you like, just say what you like. How hard is it to not play games with men?
I agree 100%. I was like, you gotta be shitting me. Come on. Like, I know you better than you know you, apparently. I don't know. But, so we have that. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up from last week's episode?
No, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're moving kind of fast this week, if you can kind of hear, because we've got a lot to get to. So, but we can't skip the Fantasy Movie League because we did last week, and so we got to go back.
You can skip it.
We got to go back 2 weeks because I won. And
yeah, but that didn't matter that week. Didn't matter at all.
It mattered to me because I won.
Yeah.
So that week I won. Everybody else lost. We'll just go with that. And then we go to this week, which is the next to last week of it.
Great. The penultimate week. Fucking great.
And Bobo shit the bed.
Okay. I'd like to point out, I didn't shit the bed. I'm 4th place this week.
Right.
However, you went from winning to not setting your fucking lineup.
Yeah, I forgot to. I listen.
So, good job.
I listen. I don't get on my, I don't get a whole lot of internet time anymore during the days because of my job. And so typically my time to fill out my fantasy league is Thursday nights. Well, it just so happened that Thursday was Valentine's Day. So I was too busy servicing my lady. And I didn't have time to, or I forgot to set my lineup.
It takes so much time now, Travis.
It doesn't take too much, or it doesn't take that much time. I just forgot. I'll be very honest with you. I forgot until you and I went to see a movie on Friday night. And then you said something. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to set my lineup.
And the best part was I knew you didn't set it because Derp the Derp, who won last week, he is on the movie league a lot. He was checking, and at 12:01 when the lineup's locked, he checked and saw you hadn't set it.
You guys are fucking nerds. But I'd also like to point out that I didn't come in last. For some reason, I don't know. Big E came in last with they kind of fucked over his lineup. They at least gave me all the movies that I picked last week, and honestly, I'm pretty far behind. No, I'm pretty far behind everybody. But anyways, I forgot to set my lineup, but it didn't make a difference because I wasn't gonna win anyways.
Derp the Derp fucked me this week because he's the only person that fucking picked that shitty movie Alita Battle Angel, which is still almost tanking in the box office, by the way.
But it doesn't
also
matter.
Made the most money this past week. Who the fuck?
It doesn't matter because Derp to Derp, he rocked the rest of the league. He's gonna win the whole fucking league now because of this fucking week. I have 1 week left to fucking turn it over. It's not gonna fucking happen. I fucking hate him. This is bullshit. Go fuck yourself. So if you're keeping track, Derp to Derp won. Big Red came in second, which we got a little shit talk from Big Red. So let's go to the voicemail, if we will.
Great.
Yo, this is Big Red, infrequent commentator and pedant. Just calling one, Travis, you're wrong about toilet paper from last episode. Don't care what scientific studies say. It should always fall behind, so that if you have small children or small animals, they can't unroll the entire roll. I'm just going to say that right out. Second, props to Derp, and condolences to
Bobo.
You came close,
Bobo.
But as of right now, this is 6:48 Pacific Standard Time on Monday the 18th.
Bobo
has been knocked out of Fantasy Movie League. Who saw Battle Angel Alita coming out strong this 3-day weekend?
So I fucking say.
Bobo.
Better luck next season. Bye.
Okay, first things first. Don't ever call me out because I'm frequently not right, but when I'm right, I like my props. I don't give a shit about your shitty little kids, your shitty little pets. It doesn't matter. It goes over the top. But that's, neither here nor there. But yes, Bobo has been knocked out. Derp to Derp is now in first, right? He's in overall, right?
Yes.
I just wanted you to fess up to that. But yeah, so overall, Derp to Derp, then it goes to Bobo. Then Andres is in third. We still have no idea who that is. That's great. Big Red, you're in fourth, but you still have time. No, I don't think you have time to get back up into third. Tim is in fifth. I took a stumble into sixth. Frank's in seventh. Andy's in eighth. And Family Fun Time is in... Wait. Family Fun Time? Oh, yeah, because they won one. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess Family... It shows here that Family Fun Time won one, but I don't know about that. But
yeah, he did. Yeah.
The day? Oh, no. Oh, it's Second Breakfast that didn't play. That's right. Family Fun Time won one and then stopped playing, and then Big E is in dead last. So that wraps up our Fantasy Movie League for this week. Does that about sum it up there, buddy?
Yeah, fucking moving on.
Does that help out that we go fast through your big defeat?
Yep.
Anyways,
fucking great.
Next week's the last week, so tune in next week and we'll gloat as Bobo yet again loses. But so do I.
To the same fucking person. God damn it.
All right, so let's get into what we are actually here to talk about today. And that is depending on who you're talking to, either the dreaded Oscar Razzie's movie collection or the always fun Oscars and Razzie movie collection.
Oh my God. I'm not sure I can take another year of this, by the way.
I believe if you pull up the audio from last year, you said the exact same thing. And guess what?
Yeah, this year I mean it.
Guess what? It doesn't matter because we're still gonna do it. But
I don't know, buddy. I don't know if I have it in me anymore.
Yes, you do. And so, all right. So let's get to this year. We're gonna talk about the Oscars first, and then we'll go with the Razzies second. So,
okay.
What we did, if you weren't paying attention to previous weeks, we wrote a haiku for every movie that we watched. So first things first, we also we have Bobo's category, and that we're going to cover next week because we just don't have time to get to everything.
And we've made an executive decision. Black Panther, which is nominated in both my category and the Best Picture category, we're also going to talk about next week.
Yes, we are. So that one's automatically out. So which one do you want to go to next, Bobo?
Let me ask you a question. So there are 8 Best Picture nominees. We're going to say Black Panther for next week.
Right.
But there's 7 other Best Picture nominees. Are there any that you really just want to get out of the way quickly, like a first shot across the bow you don't really want to talk about that much?
Yes, The Favorite.
Perfect. I don't want to talk about that one either.
Okay, go ahead with your haiku.
Let me find this one. Okay, The Favorite. Okay. Don't step on rabbit, or you'll find a foot massage in your near future.
Okay. All right. Mine is 2 girls and 1 queen. Sounds hot, and it should be, but rather have time back.
Yeah, dude. Listen, when I see period piece pop up on a description for a movie, I'm fucking out.
You know what? I usually am as well. I'd heard good things about this movie. They were wrong. Yeah, I don't know. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good of a movie. The only redeeming quality of this movie is that what's the girl that was in Zombieland? Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Yeah, Emma Stone got her tits out. That's about it. Even that wasn't enough to save the movie. So, The Favorite, not great.
Yeah, because she got out like 1,700 tits. It's not even the same thing.
It was good enough. I mean, but it was too brief, I guess, to save the movie for me at least. But yeah. So The Favorite, it didn't deserve to be in that category. So what do you want to go?
Yeah, I didn't really like it. I thought it was pretty boring. I thought it was not. I mean, if it wins Best Picture, I'll be fucking floored.
Oh, it's not going to.
I don't know how it even got nominated. I don't think it's that great of a movie. Whatever. The only thing about it that I want to, is there anything, I don't even think there's anything I want to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, other than, not this movie, but in general,
yeah.
What is up with all the gay and lesbian movies this year?
Gay and lesbian.
There's like a lot of them.
Isn't there only 2?
No.
Oh, 3? 3?
I mean, Green Book has it.
Yeah.
If you're playing along at home, let's count. Okay.
Yep. Green Book.
Green Book has it.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Favorite has it.
The Favorite.
Bohemian Rhapsody has it.
Uh-huh.
And Vice has it.
Vice had it. I don't even remember it in Vice.
Dick Cheney's daughter.
Oh yeah. Oh. All right. So I feel like it was way more. I don't know. Was it? I was trying to think if it was way more pronounced last year, but I have no idea. I don't know. Who knows? I didn't even really think about it. I would have forgotten about the only ones I really remember were The Favorite and Bohemian Rhapsody. That was the only place that really took center stage.
And it seems like it pops up a lot. I don't know.
Sure, well, it's a part of our culture. So, all right, what movie you want to go to next?
Oh, which one do you want to pass over?
I don't care. You pick it.
I didn't. We want to talk about Roma?
No,
Roma?
I don't want to. Sorry, I don't want to talk about that one yet.
Okay, great. Moving on.
Let's do Vice.
How about A Star Is Born?
Star Is Born's fine. Let's do that.
Okay. My haiku is problematic.
Okay.
Welcome to the first one.
Okay.
Here it is, Travis. I'm somewhat confused We have a KKK film, but a noose in here.
Oh, that was good. I like that one.
Pretty proud of that one.
I like that. Okay. My haiku, a little bit more on the nose. Movie like the song. Start not bad, end falls apart. Not worth Oscar nod. So
yeah, I did not really like this movie either. Not a surprise. It is not my cup of tea in terms of the category.
I'll be very honest with you. This one I had really high hopes for. I actually thought that I was going to go into it and I was going to be like, okay, this is a good movie. Now, the fucktards that ruined it for me, that told me what happens at the end, and I'll let that go right now. Really, fucking
what happened?
Huh? Well, no, I mean, I knew how it was going to end.
Who told you?
I had a couple different people, and then I heard like in an interview, like I forget with who, and they were like, yeah, blah 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 happens at the end. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, it just pissed me off. So that may have been why it was, for me, this movie was not great. But I'll tell you what, I only ever heard the actual song, the song that goes along with this, which I think is called Shallow.
Shallow. Yes.
Yeah, I only heard like the first part of that song, in the commercials and the previews or whatever. And the song is not bad until it hits the chorus. And it is the worst song I've ever heard. I feel like that's the way this movie went. Like at the beginning of the movie, I was like, oh yeah, I can get in this. And as the movie's like going towards the end, I'm like, I am bored and I do not care what happens.
I was not. I was pretty bored throughout the whole movie, I'm not going to lie. There are not very many movies that are written, directed, produced, and starring the same person that are any good.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there. Most people aren't good at all those things.
Right.
And again, I like Bradley Cooper, but not doing everything.
Yeah. Hey, if Affleck can pull it off, why can't Bradley Cooper?
Because Affleck is twice everything that Bradley Cooper is.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
Affleck's been in some bad movies and gets a bad rap. He's also been in some fantastic movies, and he's written some fantastic movies. Bradley Cooper is yet to do all those even once.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's kind of how I feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get over. I'm just gonna keep bringing this up because I can't believe that so many people, jizz their pants over this fucking song that goes along with this movie. But that chorus, like it is so goddamn contrived and just terrible. I cannot believe that someone got paid to write that song. But
I'm not surprised. I mean, I think most pop music is pretty terrible. So
yeah, but like, I don't know. You can do something a little bit more imaginative than just repeating the word shallow and certain syllables of shallow over and over again. And everybody said it was so good. I figured it would be, kind of a good song. It was not. So, anyways, Star is Born does not win.
I do not think it's going to win. Now, I'm not saying it's not going to win. I didn't like it. I won't say it's not going to win, though.
It shouldn't win.
That doesn't matter, though. The best movie's not going to win. We all know that.
I don't even think it's not in the top three. It's not even the top three for me.
But it's not what we like. It's what the critics like. It's what the Hollywood likes.
That's where. Well, that is where the misconception is. It's whoever lobbied the hardest for it.
Well, that's okay. You're right. Yeah, that's true.
So it's not necessarily who likes it. Nobody thought Moonlight was a good movie. Like, but they got.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, it was the worst movie that year, I think. No, it wasn't. I think that was probably Baywatch year. I think.
I mean, out of the Academy Award nominees,
absolutely,
it was probably the worst one.
100%. That movie, yes, that was the worst movie I've seen in until recently. But so all right, so Star is Born's done. You want to do you want to do Vice?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So You want me to start this off?
You want to read your haiku?
Sure. Interesting build, acting, storytelling, great. Did not hit out of the park. I'm sorry. Did not hit out of park. Out park. I put too many syllables in there.
So my haiku is I'm not going to write a haiku for this film because I want to give any credibility.
Okay.
So I don't want to talk about Vice because I can't talk about it without talking about anything political, and I don't want to talk about anything political in the podcast. I thought the movie was dog shit.
I thought the movie...
So.
No, I actually thought the movie was really well done in the sense that I like some of the things that they did with it. There's a part where they're speaking... or they're speaking in Shakespearean... I don't know however you want to put it.
They're in Shakespearean lingo.
Lingo, there you go. There, that's good. That's a good way to put it. There's a part I thought was funny and it kind of broke it up. There was another part where they seemingly end the movie. I thought all those were really great choices. I think the way that they built this movie was in a really interesting way. However,
I don't disagree with that. I don't have a problem with any of those things you just said.
Right. However, I just don't for some reason, the movie felt long to me. It didn't, it maybe because of those reasons, it didn't move in a manner that, I don't know, kept me riveted. But we both have our, issues with the movie, but I thought the movie was good. I don't think this one is Oscar worthy. I don't know what
I didn't either. And it's pretty much bashes on the right, which is, Hollywood likes to do that. So I'm not surprised it got some Oscar attention because of that. It's not nearly as good as The Big Short, in my opinion. So.
Right. No, I would agree. But I think
did The Big Short even get an Oscar nod?
I don't think so.
Then this movie shouldn't have either.
This one might have been making up for it.
That's bullshit. I do not like when they do that, by the way, but that's all right. It's like a make-up call in football. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that may be what's going on here. I don't know. I didn't think it was that great of a movie, but I do think the actors in it were amazing. I
completely agree with you on that. All the things you're saying are fine, except when you start talking about the actual content of the movie.
You know what? That's the poll for the week. That's it. Would you rather have an entertaining movie or a factually correct movie?
Now, and we have a big thing about this. I was talking to Travis about this offline, but I will mention it on the podcast because it's gotten to a boiling point for me personally, and we'll talk about it more with Bohemian Rhapsody, I think, than this movie. I'm no longer going to be watching movies based on true stories.
Okay.
I'm done.
Good.
I'm out.
Good. Nobody wants you out.
Because they're just not true.
That's fine.
They're all like this, though.
Yeah,
it's bothering me.
Yeah, they absolutely are all like this, and it wasn't this year, and it's not. You mentioned that. You just mentioned talking about Bradley Cooper about Ben Affleck, and one of his great movies that was actually Oscar nominated was Argo,
which is the best example of a movie being based on a true story. That movie is almost entirely accurate.
False. It is not. And
there's a few embellishes.
Yes, it is
but
not.
It is much more accurate than Bohemian Rhapsody or Vice.
The whole ending is wrong.
Of course it is. So, you have to make some dramatic thing there, and in real life that never happened.
Right. So that's my question. Do you care if it's factually incorrect if it's an entertaining movie? So that's our poll. That's going to be our poll for this week on pwthepodcast.com.
But the situation in Argo was very accurate. Like that situation did happen.
Sure,
but you're right. The ending's completely not true at all. That never happened.
Right. And the situation in both in Vice and Bohemian Rhapsodies absolutely happened. Now, did they happen in Bohemian? We'll get to. Do you want to just talk about?
We'll get to those. You're right. But I'm done. Now, the thing about Argo that's different than Bohemian Rhapsody and Vice is Argo's not based on a person. And maybe that's the difference with me. Like, Argo's not a very well-known event before the movie came out. Most people didn't know what the whole situation was. It's not one person that it's based on. That's a little different for me than being based on a person.
Listen. If that's what you want to think, that's fine. That's not why I think you don't like them. The whole reason you didn't like these movies this year that were factually incorrect is because, one, you had skin in the game, which is the Queen movie, because you love Queen and you love Freddie Mercury. So I don't think they could have done anything that would have lived up to what you were wanting. And then
interesting you say that. We'll talk about that.
And then the other one, you have a bent against, call it the liberal media. Which I'm not disputing that. I don't want to talk about that. But you have a soft spot there that, again, nothing they can do would be good enough for you to prove that they are not doing what you already have perceived that they are doing.
Maybe. The problem I have with it more is they put me in a position where I have to be somebody I'm not, and I don't like that. But I can't talk about politics, so we're moving on.
Okay, because I don't understand that sentence.
But I'll explain it outside the podcast. I cannot talk about it in the podcast.
That's fine.
But when I say it, you'll understand it.
Okay. All right. So which one do you want to move on?
You want to talk about Bohemian Rhapsody since you mentioned it?
Sure, let's do that. You want me to do my No,
I'll read mine because I didn't do one last time.
Okay.
Bohemian Rhapsody's haiku is as follows: Freddie Mercury, which is apparently 5 syllables.
Okay.
I guess he's pretty gay. His stash isn't, though.
Oh, no. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one.
Dude, the part of that movie where they talk about his mustache being gay, remember that?
Yeah,
that scene?
Yeah.
Fuck that. His mustache is fucking manly.
I mean, I feel like it is. I feel like it's good because he is gay. Like, I don't know.
I guess.
I don't know.
I just think it's fun. Like, that's a fucking man stash right there, man.
I've already read you my haiku, but I'll read it again because I honestly couldn't think of one for this movie.
Okay.
Mine is AIDS, 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 AIDS. I think I might have thrown an extra syllable in there, but that you get the point.
We get the point.
I'll be honest with you. I left this movie. I was very sad. It was a very sad ending to the movie for me. I
mean, sad. I mean,
I've never.
Did you expect it to be a happy ending? I mean, we all know he dies.
Sure. Yes. No. Yes. I expected him to come back and be, hey, it's all a joke. I was kind of surprised at the end of the movie where they did. Remember originally when they were talking about this movie and we heard that like he died partly through the movie? Yes.
So that didn't happen. But I was also surprised that it didn't even go to when he died.
Yeah, I was actually surprised about that too.
I'll
be honest with you, I loved this movie. I thought it was really well done. I understand, in looking into it, I understand it is wildly inaccurate, but for me, it doesn't matter. It did everything for me. It made me feel.
I wouldn't say it's wildly inaccurate. It is inaccurate. I like the movie. I just wish it had painted Freddie Mercury in a better light because I think he deserved better.
See, I don't. Well, yeah, you're right. That one. I mean, I don't even think that's the inaccuracies of the movie. I mean, the inaccuracies of the movie are some of the tension points in it. But
right. But I think they made Freddie Mercury the focus of he caused a lot of the tension points.
Sure. I just don't. Well, I don't think the tension points are there. I think the movie would have been boring if they would have told the actual story. Absolutely
would have. Queen's not a very interesting band.
Right. And honestly, I mean, I'm not a huge Queen fan, and I don't really, they're good. Freddie Mercury's got an amazing voice, but it's not really something I'm going to play every once in a while. But this movie made me care about them. It makes me. I've never actually watched the entire Live Aid performance. I do want to go back and watch that. I really enjoyed this movie, and that
was the weirdest part about that movie, was watching a recreation of something you can watch already.
Right.
That was weird to me. That was the only part of the movie I thought was kind of they spent a lot of time on that.
Right.
But you can watch their performance. Why would you need to recreate? Why don't they just play the footage from the actual Live Aid?
I like that they recreated it. I like that they I don't know. I'm okay with it. I probably would have been okay either way, but I'm okay with it. I think honestly, I also think the movie despite its limitations, i.e., not having a director for about a quarter of the movie, I thought it turned out really well.
I thought it did too. It was a better movie than I thought it was going to be. I just wish it had painted Freddie Mercury in a little better light. I thought he deserved better because I think as a person he was better than the movie portrayed him as.
Oh, I'm sure. But again, that's what you need. You needed to build some tension. But it's surprising.
Have you looked into this? Question for you.
Okay.
Do you know? I've not looked into if any of the Queen members have spoken out about the movie or not.
I mean, they wouldn't have. They're actually they wouldn't have. They had, from what I understood, they had complete creative control about this, and they had, and they've shown up to they showed up to the Golden Globes.
Well, 2 of them have.
Well, the only 2 that are alive or are gonna appear in public.
Well, that's the thing though, is John Deacon basically quit music because Freddie died.
Right.
So I think out of all the people in the band, he was the closest to Freddie Mercury, and he won't talk about it. Obviously, he's not been in the public light in a long, long time.
Do you think is that he was affected that much by Freddie Mercury's death, or do you think it's more of a
absolutely?
Or let me finish. Or do you think it's more of a Seinfeld thing where it's, well, we created something great and I can never do it again, so I have no intentions of doing it?
Oh, he's spoken. I think out of all the people in the band, he was the closest to Freddie Mercury. That's pretty well known.
Oh, okay. All right.
And he's spoken about without Freddie Mercury, there is no Queen to him.
Yeah. So he's not going to show up for the Oscars? Because Queen's...
In recent years, I think he's not in very good health.
Oh, okay. Because Queen is playing the Oscars.
Queen is playing the Oscars, but it's 2 members. It's only 2. It's the drummer and it's Brian and
Brian May. Yep.
So
yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but for brevity.
But is that really Queen? You're missing 2 of the 4 members. I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly don't know either. I think it's fine for a generation that never got to see Freddie Mercury live.
Oh yeah, I don't have a problem with them calling themselves Queen because it's not like they kicked John Deacon out. He just retired.
Right. Yeah. So
I don't have a problem with it, but it's not saying Queen's going to be there. It's going to be 2 of the 4 guys. When you talk about the movie, John Deacon's obviously in the movie, but he's not part of. So I don't know. I'm just curious if they felt like the portrayal of Freddie Mercury was accurate. If they had problems with it. I might go look into that. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Just curious.
All
right. So moving on.
Yes. You want to do Green Book?
Let's do Green Book.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Yep.
My haiku starts as follows. 2 guys in a car. Best buddy racist film scene. Really good, not great.
Mine is more racial tension. Let's check all the boxes. Make sure you check good.
Oh, there you go.
So I think we're on the same page. I think we both thought it was a pretty good movie.
You know what? Honestly, the more and more I thought about this movie, and I tried to write these haikus like right after I saw the movie, with the exception of a few of these. The movie got better the more I thought about it. But
did you? I thought about this after the movie was over. What movie did this remind you of?
That we've watched.
Did it remind you of anything
that we watched this year?
No, just in your whole life.
I don't know. That didn't really.
It reminded me of the movie Plane, Trains, and Automobiles at the end, where he goes over for dinner.
Yes, that's a good point.
I don't know why I thought of that, but it's like they're driving in this whole movie. They get home, it's the holidays, and then boom, he shows up like at the end, like, oh, I don't have anywhere to go. I'm going to show up at Tony's house.
That is a great point.
I don't know why I thought of that, but that I'm like, oh, okay. It's like Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, that's a great point. No, I listen. I don't think I've ever seen a better buddy racist film. So, like, you got your buddy, you got your buddy comedies. Now we got a new genre.
Ever since Rush Hour.
But yeah, I really like this movie. And again, this is one that had, I guess it's got a little controversy behind it because the guy's family's not happy with it. But
right.
But I don't know. I feel like the inaccuracies they took were for dramatic effect, and I think it made a better movie. To be honest,
but again, another thing where it's based on a historical event, and surprise, someone's upset that it's not that accurate.
But even the inaccuracies that that the family point out are trivial at best.
I kind of agree, but again, it's just funny that it's like anything based on a true story. I think you got to understand it's probably not going to be as true as you want it to be.
Right. If you want a fucking true story, go watch a goddamn documentary. But if you want an enjoyable movie, you know what? I mean, films are not probably your best bet. So
I hope people are aware of that. That's my only problem with the media. Is I hope you don't watch, because I think a lot of people are going to watch movies like Bohemian Rhapsody and Vice and think those things in the movie are actually true, and it'll influence their real opinion of things that might not have been true. I don't know.
Yeah, but why does that matter?
I don't know.
Like, because honestly,
it matters more for Vice than it does for Bohemian Rhapsody. Let's be honest.
Sure. I mean, again, you can go do your own. I mean, I pretty much do that with anything that says based on a true story. I like to after the movie's done, I like to go see how accurate it was, and I like to read up more about it because generally you can get obviously into the more meats and bones of things when you read about it. So like I don't really have a problem with any inaccuracies. Honestly, I think the most egregious one was Bohemian Rhapsody, and even that okay, still made for a great movie.
Yeah, so, I mean it's a good movie.
Yep. All right, let's talk. Let's move on. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to do Roma or Black Klansman?
I want to do Black Klansman.
Okay, let's do that one then.
Okay, you want to read your IQ?
Sure. I can't. Okay, really good movie, hopeful and discouraging, powerful ending.
Oh man, this one is. I'm probably the most proud of this IQ. An abrupt ending, at least the movie finally had an action scene.
Oh, okay.
And I'm talking about the scene where the charger hits the person in.
Oh, Jesus! Wow. You should have done something about Fast and Furious.
I tried.
Oh,
it's funny you said that. I couldn't fit it in Fast and Furious with syllables to make it work.
Black Klansman, really good movie. So,
this is my favorite of all the ones we watched.
This is where you and I are going to disagree because I really like the movie, and in fact, again, I went into this movie thinking, I'm going to like this movie, and it was really good.
Yes,
there's just I don't know, there was something missing about it, but I tell you what, I don't know that I would say it was a really good movie without the commentary at the end.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. That's the only part of the movie I thought I didn't like.
I thought that was
because it has nothing to do with the actual movie. I get there's still racism in America.
Right.
I get the whole point of that, but it has literally no connection to the movie itself.
Well, not necessarily. David Duke's still up to it.
Well, that's true, but it feels very preachy to me. And I felt like the movie got the message across.
Yeah, I mean, I feel yeah. Now, listen, honestly, you're right. The movie got the message across, but I think it's easy enough to see these movies as period pieces and not shit that's actually still happening. And But
again, movie, documentary. Like, the end was basically just a documentary. We get that's actually happening. I get that.
Yes. I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I was really moved by the ending. And I was, I don't
like being preached to. You probably know that.
Sure.
I don't know. I feel like it was being forced down my throat. Cause I got the whole point of the movie. I can figure that out. I understand the whole point of it. And then it's oh, by the way,
yeah.
But I thought I kind of take that scene out of it, and the rest of the movie I thought was really well done.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was. Yeah, there was something missing that just didn't make it great for me. And it's hard for me to...
Adam Driver is weird looking.
He is. I tell you what, though, Mandy watched this one with me, and she made the comment, there's not an Adam Driver movie I don't like.
Right. Completely agree with you.
He is...
Well, I'm trying to think, actually...
I'd be interested. I'd be interested to find, or if anybody's got one, because I mean, obviously, Star Wars was great. He was in this. He was a really good movie called "This Is Where I Leave You."
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and you know, I mean, he hasn't been a whole lot of movies that I've seen, but everything that I've seen him in, I've really liked.
Well, Logan Lucky's a good movie. I like that too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep. He was really good in that.
Yeah.
I don't
You're
know.
right.
So, all right. Well, we agree. We can only gush on a movie for so long. So
That's true. Moving on.
let's move to Roma.
All right. I'll read my haiku.
Okay.
Where is it? Let me find it on my fucking list here.
I'll go
Where
for
are
mine
you,
then
Roma?
first.
I got it.
Okay.
Black, white, and 4K. Something is just not right there. All I remember.
Mine is Time Never Get Back. Should be Razzie, not Oscar. Cure Insomnia.
Yeah, this movie was fucking dog shit.
So, yes, 100%. This movie, I get what they're going for. Like, I understand, and it was beautifully shot. It actually looks amazing. But
Hence why I mentioned the 4K part of it, because that is important. Like, it was really well shot.
yes, it looks amazing. This is the way that black and white movies should be done. You know, the way you light them, because it is more difficult than it is than a full color movie. But this movie was so slow, and I get and I get that. I think that was an obvious, or I think that was a purposed decision to make her life kind of seem monotonous. However, I don't need that. I mean, this is like you don't needing to be preached to. I can get her life is monotonous. This was terrible.
This movie, dude, I'll be honest, subtitles don't usually work, honestly. Like, it's not... How many movies can you think are great movies that are all subtitles? I mean, really?
Well, okay. Well, let me talk to you about that for a second, because I now movies, I'm not 100% sure. There's only been a handful of subtitled movies that I might have liked, and I can't, none that are coming to mind. But I equate this to the show Narcos. All right.
Okay.
And the show Narcos is probably a good 75. I may be even underselling this. It's probably a good 70% subtitles.
There's a lot of subtitles.
But I'll tell you what. I very rarely notice there are subtitles watching that show. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the action that may split it up. I don't know. But that show, I do not mind subtitles at all. And yet I found myself drifting off in this movie and not being able to pay attention to the subtitles. Like, it was so bad. So
I meant, this is the funny part about I thought about Roma. Do you ever watch Entourage?
Yes.
When they and I think it's the third season, when after he becomes a fucking big star, he goes back to his old friend. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna shoot this movie about Pablo Escobar called Medellin.
Right.
Oh, and it's gonna be in fucking subtitles." And I was like, "That's what this movie is." And that was terrible too.
But again, done right, that probably would have.
No one does it right though, because I'm still waiting for you to tell me one that did it right.
Why? Like
You mentioned a TV show.
Yes, which I think would be harder because it's longer. Like, it's a longer
No,
form.
TV show is different though. Narcos is different. And again, Narcos. What else? What else you got?
I don't know. Hold on,
I'll wait. First caller on call. Hang up and listen.
Yeah, I don't.
So wait a second. Moving on, because that movie sucked. We all agree. It'll
Right.
probably win the Academy Award because fuck it.
It better
But,
not.
Why do you say we disagree on something?
Oh, because I think hands down the best movie of the year was Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, you thought Bohemian Rhapsody was better than Black Klansman.
Hands down. Yes.
Interesting.
Okay.
I
honestly, after watching Bohemian Rhapsody, I get why it won the Golden Globe. Like,
Interesting. Okay.
I definitely.
I mean, I thought it was a good movie. We don't disagree that much then.
Right. Oh no, I don't think we disagree that much. But I definitely, I thought, I thought Bohemian Rhapsody was by far a better movie. By the way, back to the subtitle one. The only other one that probably enough people have seen to kind of judge. There's a movie called Amelie, which you probably have never seen.
I've seen it,
but that's a subtitle movie that was pretty good.
So was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I thought you were going to bring that one up.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's a good one. Das Boot.
It's also 18 years old.
Did you see Das Boot?
Nope.
Oh, it's actually pretty famous old German film. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. I just this movie just did. Yeah, that one sucked. But so
all right. Do you want to move on to the Razzies?
I want you to rank your Oscar movies from worst to best.
Oh, from worst? Well, Vice doesn't get ranked, so that's an NA.
Okay. You can
then
still
probably,
rank it.
Let's see.
You can still rank it. Wait. Stop that. You can still rank Vice.
Nope, I'm not giving any credibility by ranking it. So it does not get a ranking. You can put it wherever you want on the list. I'm going to say it's NA.
This is what irritates the shit out of me about you when it comes to this stuff. Because you can absolutely rank it. And it absolutely...
Yep, but I choose not to.
And everything that I mentioned, you agreed with about how the movie was made. Just because it talks about it's a political movie doesn't mean you have to dismiss it altogether. You're like child.
That's not why I want to dismiss it. I just choose not to rank it.
You are like a child that doesn't like the video game, so turns it off in the middle of it.
Listen, I played all of Red Dead Redemption 2, all right? I don't want to hear it.
But you still absolutely, there are points about this movie that you like, and there are points about the movie you don't like. So it's not like you didn't see it.
That's true. I saw more of it than I saw of a certain movie we'll talk about.
Right. So put it in your fucking list.
NA. And then Roma.
You can put it last.
And The Favorite. And then Star is Born. And then, I guess, Green Book. And then Black Panther, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Klansman.
Ooh, okay.
Black Panther and that's pretty close in my rankings to Bohemian Rhapsody, but
oh, see, okay. So my list goes Roma, The Favorite, Star is Born, Vice, Black Panther, Green Book, Black Klansman, then Bohemian Rhapsody.
They were pretty close.
They are pretty close. Black Panther.
We don't have a big disagreement like Manchester by the Sea this year or anything.
No. Although I don't, I think I'd rather watch Black Panther than I would Vice. Those two right there that's kind of my dividing line there. Like,
my dividing line is, I think, Green Book. There were 4 movies that I liked.
See, I really liked Green Book.
I liked Green Book, Bohemian Rhapsody, Black Klansman, and Black Panther.
Yeah, Black Panther was good. I don't think it
I
should.
Love it. I'm saying I liked it. These movies were actually not a pain to watch.
Yeah,
like,
all right.
The Favorite.
Well, I guess the one thing that I should say for the Oscars list is I don't think Black Panther should have been there. I don't think that should have been the first superhero movie nominated.
It was. We'll talk about it next week. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about it next week.
We'll bring that all up next week.
Okay. So let's get through some of these Razzies then.
Okay. What do you want? You want one you want to talk about?
Sure. Let's talk about Gotti.
Okay. Here you go. You ready for my fucking haiku?
I am.
This was the first movie I watched out of all the movies, by the way.
Okay.
John T is John G. 0% seemingly harsh until the duck face.
My haiku is: this film is a crime, confusing, fast-paced, no sense. Please put hit on me.
Dude, this movie was fucking bad.
It was really bad.
Like, and it didn't even know what it was. It didn't even understand what it was about by itself. Like, it had no idea what it was doing as a movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so at one point in this movie, And I do kind of want people to go watch it because I think it is worth watching of how bad it is. But there's at one point, so it jumps around in time, which that doesn't bother me. But there's one scene where John Gotti's in prison and he's a young guy and his kids are there and they're all like grade school age. Like they're all pretty close in age. Then it goes to the next scene and the oldest child is grown up. Like he's like 18 years old and the rest of the kids are the same fucking age.
Yep.
Like what? I literally said to Mandy, I was like, what is going on there? Like, why did he grow up and none of the other kids grow up? Like, did they did they run out of money to hire slightly older actors then? Like,
and the weird part of this movie is it about John Gotti or about John Gotti Jr.?
It doesn't matter. Like,
right. Apparently, though, this movie was at one point supposed to be about John Gotti Jr. Like, they couldn't even figure out who the movie was actually going to be about.
Yeah, like, it was just bad.
It was bad. They really fucked. I'm sorry. I like I like Entourage.
Yeah.
This guy should never work in directing again.
It was really bad.
Because the directing was a big part of the problem.
I don't know if it was that or editing. I feel like they just tried to put too much into the fucking story.
Well, directing's editing. I mean, you make who has the final cut decision?
That I don't know. Because not all
so
directors...
whoever had the decision, I mean, it's got to be part of it. But John Gotti's life is interesting.
But not all directors get final cut.
True.
So
maybe not, but I'm saying John Gotti as a person, as an individual, he had a very interesting life. The fact that you couldn't get that across in this movie is a fucking crime.
Yeah. That was that. I actually didn't think John Travolta was that terrible.
His duck face, his fucking John Gotti face is awful.
I mean, I see what he was going for, but
it's just fucking bad.
Hey, listen, of all the bad things in this movie, I don't think that one hit my top 10.
Oh, it was up there for me, top 3.
All right, let's move on to Robin Hood.
Okay, that's an easy one for me.
Okay.
I stole your, I didn't realize you were going to do this as a haiku.
Okay.
But I stole your idea.
Okay.
Mine goes, yawn, 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 yawn. Yawn, 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 yawn. Yawn, 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 yawn.
All right, mine's different, and I just kind of pinpointed on one scene of the movie. Step Brothers style. Did we just become best friends? Knock off Michael Bay. Like, there is a fucking point in this movie where this guy, who is the mortal enemy of Robin Hood, and Robin Hood become best friends in like 3 seconds.
Right, basically, yes.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this wasn't the worst movie I watched this year, but
it's bad. It's boring. It's not historically bad.
I thought it was. I thought it was more. I don't know. I didn't even think it was.
It's not
that
on the same level as Gotti.
No, it's not. Nope. Yep. Like this. Yeah. In fact, we don't even really need to talk about this movie. It's
a bad movie. Don't see it.
Yep. There you go. Let's talk about Winchester.
Yes. Great.
All right.
Where's my fucking...
I'll go first.
Ahead. What's your, what's yours?
Not that terrible. Does not deserve a Razzie. Best described, just okay.
I'm a little harsher. Scariest movie. That is actually not true. Boringest movie.
Oh, I didn't think this one was that boring.
I don't really like horror movies. This is not my genre.
I don't really like horror movies either, but I really didn't see it that much as a scary horror movie.
I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty boring. It's not, again, not terrible. Not historically terrible.
Yeah, like it kind of reminded me of that. I don't know if you've ever seen the Michael J. Fox movie. It's an old movie called The Frighteners.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of reminded me of a little bit of that without the hokiness to it. But I actually, this movie, not that bad. Like, I really didn't think this one deserved a Razzie. I don't know why this got nominated. But
yeah, it wasn't, to me, it was just, I didn't like it, but it wasn't like awful. Like, it wasn't Gotti.
Right.
Gotti's fucking terrible.
Gotti is terrible.
May I remind the audience, that movie fucking sucks.
All right. So so
it holds a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, Gotti, by the way. It's one of the few movies to ever do that.
Yeah, well, it's not
Not undeserved.
Yeah, that's exactly. Those are the words I was looking for. Which one do you want to do next?
Let's talk about Happy Time Murders.
Okay. You want to go first?
I watched this movie with Anne, and that was regrettable. So here's my haiku.
That was your haiku?
What?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right. Much silly string jizz. More bad writing and acting. Jim Henson is sorry.
Mine is, who responsible doesn't deserve comedy work. I managed one laugh.
I mean, I really wanted to see this movie when I heard about it.
Yes.
And then I saw the preview and I was no longer that interested. And then I heard the reviews and I was definitely not interested. And then I had to watch this fucking movie for the Razzies. And oh my God, what a train wreck.
No, listen, you got a little bit of revisionist history there too. Because
listen, that's a biopic about my time with watching this movie.
Because even once this movie hit the theaters, I still remember getting a message from you, I'm going to see this movie. You were kind of hyped on going to see this movie. I can't remember what the scene was, but I distinctly remember saying to myself, oh shit, there was one chuckle. Because it was terrible. It was just a bad movie.
This movie is bad.
It's really bad.
I don't even know how to describe how bad it is. It's really fucking bad.
I mean, wow. I don't understand how you make a movie this bad. I don't I don't understand. There has got to be a writer's room of comedians or comedic writers that are sitting there that probably laughed at some of these jokes. So how did it go so wrong?
Dude, Melissa McCarthy is not funny.
She's not. Oh, I agree.
Hate to tell you guys, stop putting her in comedies. She was in one funny movie in her whole life. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
It's not a good idea.
And, yep. I agree. Well, she's like the kiss of death for comedies. I
feel bad. I'm not trying to rag on her, but she sucks.
I mean, I understand that, but she did one movie, and I don't remember what it is right now.
Bridesmaids. Bridesmaids is great.
No, not that. She did a movie this year that actually got some critical praise, and there was rumors that she might get nominated for something for it. But up until that point, the movies since Bridesmaids that she's done have all fucking tanked.
Yes.
So yeah, it's just another one. It's another terrible fucking movie that she did.
This one is. You think it's worse than Gotti?
Yes.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
Yep.
It's on the same level as Gotti. I will say it's pretty fucking bad.
Yeah. Yeah, all
right.
Anyways, you want to move on to the last one?
Yes, let's do the last one, which we have to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Holmes and Watson.
Holmes and Watson.
Okay. Go ahead and read your haiku for this one.
Okay. The Titanic sunk, killing 1,500 guests. That was funnier.
All right, this one is a little, here we go. Phil made it 30. Andy only near 40. They're the lucky ones.
Yeah, this one I'm calling supreme bullshit on this. You guys, you did not even see the full movie.
I walked out. I didn't finish it. And
I will say I've seen most of the movie. I mean it's a terrible movie. I think honestly, Holmes and Watson and Happy Time Murders are on the same par of wow, how did nobody realize this wasn't funny?
I think this is the part where we probably disagree the most this year. I think Holmes and Watson is the worst movie I have seen in a long time. It's almost as bad as Manchester by the Sea. And it's not just me that thinks that. I went with a whole group of people, and we all have the same opinion. So I'm even corroborated on this one.
Well, see, but again, your opinion means nothing. You only saw part of the movie.
Okay, so are you telling me that it gets better?
I'm not telling you that it gets better.
Tell me the second half of the movie that's funny that I missed, Travis. I'll wait.
It doesn't. No. It doesn't get funnier. It doesn't get better. But you still don't. you don't have the full picture.
Thank God.
I mean, yeah, I wish I could have got that time back too. But,
right.
I mean, it was really, really bad. And
I will say, so I want to tell the story about going to see the movie because I think it's relevant.
Okay.
I went with a bunch of people. I went with Andy and his brother, and I went with Ann and myself. And Andy's brother's wife was with us also.
Wasn't Matt with you as well?
Oh, yes. And the voice of the podcast, Matt, was with us also.
Yes.
We were in the theater, and there were probably, it was us, so there's 6 of us, and probably a dozen other people in the theater.
Okay.
Andy's brother and his wife were the first to leave. They got up and left about 25 minutes into the movie.
Okay.
I remember at one point, this one joke hits that doesn't hit at all, and he just gets up and goes, "Well, that's good enough for me." And just walks right out. And I was like, okay. After he left, another group of people from behind us left. Like 4 people walked out between 25 and 35 minutes.
Wow.
At 35 minutes, Andy and Matt are like, this is it. I've had enough. And they get up and leave.
Okay.
Ann and I are still sticking it out at this point. We're trying to stick it out. And after Matt and Andy leave, another group of people leave after them. So by the time Ann and I, finally at 45 minutes, Ann's like, we have to go. Ann's like, I cannot watch, like, I have to go. This is fucking, I wanted to stay for the podcast, but Ann was literally like, I'm leaving. Like, I'm not watching this.
Yeah. I mean, I don't blame her, but it's really bad.
But when we left, there were only 2 people left in the whole theater. So the theater had like 20 people in it, and by the time we left 45 minutes in, there were only 2 people remaining.
Well, I guess the story that went around was they tried to sell it to Netflix and Amazon to just get the money back that they put out to make this movie, and neither one of them would give it to them.
Yep.
So like it really is that bad. It's that bad. And it's not going to be one of these, like, I shouldn't say that. I was going to say I don't think it's going to be one of these cult classic movies that is so bad that you're going to like it at some point. It's just not the jokes.
I tried to get people to go seeing it thinking it was so bad it would be good.
Right. The jokes don't hit. They are, to quote Sherlock Holmes, they're elementary. The jokes are just, they're not good. And how do you go from making great movies?
Terrible.
I just don't understand. How do you go from making great movies to this dog shit?
I don't understand. I do not understand how that happened.
Right. I almost would love to be able to, I'd love to work on movies in whatever capacity that I could, just so I can see what happens when a comedy works and what happens when a comedy doesn't. Because I want to see what the difference between making those movies is. Because I would imagine during a movie that like Step Brothers, the crew is laughing. And a movie like Holmes and Watson, the crew is not.
Has to be. Now, would you agree this is the worst movie you saw this year? Do you want to rank them?
I would not agree on that one. So
what?
Let's rank. Yes, let's rank our Razzies.
All right, mine's pretty simple.
Yep.
So from worst movie to best movie to worst movie, right?
Worst movie to best.
Oh, worst to best.
Yes. No, we can go.
Watson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The worst.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. We should have gone the other way. But
we'll go the other way. So I would say Robin Hood, Winchester, Happy Time, Gotti, Holmes and Watson.
Okay. Mine goes Winchester, Robin Hood, Gotti, Happy Time, Holmes and Watson. So I yes, Holmes and Watson is the worst movie on the Razzie list.
Yes, we agree. It should win the Razzie. It is well deserved of winning the Razzie.
Absolutely. Now let's do our overall. Okay. So do you want to go both Oscars and Razzie combined? Do you want to go best to worst or worst to best?
Let's go worst to best.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. My worst to best is Roma, Holmes and Watson, Happy Time Murders, Gotti, The Favorite, Robin Hood, A Star is Born, Winchester, Vice, Black Panther, Green Book, Black Klansman, and Bohemian Rhapsody being the best.
All right. My worst to best is Holmes and Watson, Gotti, Happy Time Murders. This is tough.
Oh, Jesus.
I put what?
I'm just floored by your list so far.
Oh, those first three movies are historically terrible.
They are, but I would rather watch Happy Time Murders than I would Roma.
Nope.
Wow.
Nope, because Roma's just boring.
I mean,
so then I go Roma and The Favorite in between there.
Okay.
And then I go Winchester, Robin Hood.
Uh-huh.
And then from that point on, it goes up to, the rest of those movies that I'm like, about.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Stars Born. And then it goes to, see, this is the part where I had to make that cut for what a good movie and a bad movie is. So after Stars Born, I probably go to the movies I actually want to watch.
Right.
So, Green Book, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Kind of goes with the rest of your list for your Oscars.
Yeah, exactly. Black Panther, Black Panther, yeah. So,
but your best movie overall is what?
Black Panther.
Your wait, that didn't even win overall in your Oscar column?
Yes, it did.
Oh, Black Panther was the top. I thought. Oh wait, no, Black Klansman. Black Klansman
is my overall best movie.
Okay,
it was in the Oscar category too.
Right. Okay, I thought you said Black Panther.
No.
All right. So, I would totally watch. I'd rather watch Holmes and Watson than I would Roma again. It was that bad of a movie.
Nope.
Yep.
I'll watch Roma any day of the week.
Oh no, that is my opinion. Yes. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, that. Oh God, so bad. I mean, I don't know. There was at least one part that was enjoyable of Holmes and Watson. Actually, there was one part kind of towards the end that was kind of enjoyable, but it was.
I'll never see it. That sucks, huh?
Yeah. But no, Roma was terrible front to back.
That movie is bad. Like there are 5 very bad movies this year.
And listen. I mean, I very rarely am a curmudgeon like Bobo, and I'd like to get into that a little bit more next week. But I like when it comes to Oscar movies, I really, I usually feel like. Maybe some, they usually don't get it this wrong, but they did this year. I can, whoever lobbied for Roma to be an Oscar nominated movie, they should be the most highest paid public.
Yeah, I'll hire them to do anything for me because if they can get this movie on the Oscar list, they can do anything.
Yep, public relations, they can do. That's
anything. Who you want to hire. These people.
Absolutely. Next time you accidentally murder somebody. You need to get your image back together.
So, what was your I think we both predict that Holmes and Watson will win the Razzie.
Yes.
What do you predict will win the Oscar?
I think
because we're gonna do the list next week for superhero movies, but Black Panther could win the Oscar.
Right. I do not think that's going to happen.
You think it's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody?
I do.
I think it will also be Bohemian Rhapsody, but I also think it could be Black Panther.
I would. Here's
neither of those would surprise me.
I think if it's between two of them, I don't think Black Panther's got a chance. I think it's between Bohemian Rhapsody and Green Book. Because Green Book.
I don't think Green Book's going to get looked at. But
oh yeah, no, it won at the Golden Globes.
No, I know. I just don't think it's going to get. I don't think it's going to get looked at the Oscars. Yeah, I could be wrong,
but
I think it's between Black Panther and Bohemian Rhapsody.
I would say though that I think it's a pretty safe bet it's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody because I don't think Queen would come play and be there if there wasn't a good chance that they were going to win.
Oh, I'm sure they know they're on the short roll.
Yeah, I would imagine as well. But so yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody for me, Black Klansman for. Or no, wait, what do you think is going to actually win?
Bohemian Rhapsody or Black Panther? I think Bohemian Rhapsody is the odds-on favorite. I'm with you on that.
Okay. And then Holmes and Watson, we agree as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Black Klansman. I don't think it's going to win the Academy Award. I think it's the best movie, though.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where we disagree. I thought it was a great movie, but it didn't.
Yeah, but not strongly. We're ranking like I thought it was a good movie. You thought it was a good movie. It's not like we're like totally
right
on opposite ends of the spectrum there. Which is usually every year there's an Oscar movie we both wildly disagree on. I don't think we do this year.
I don't think so either.
That's interesting to me.
I really thought it was going to be A Star Is Born. I really thought I was going to like that movie, and I
remember you saying that. You remember saying before we watched it that you thought I was going to hate it, which I did.
Right.
And I wouldn't say hate, just not like it. I don't hate it.
Yes, you do.
It's not Holmes and Watson. But
I got done with that movie, and it was funny because Mandy and I had the opposite reactions. She's like,
I'm sure. Yeah, that's a good old chick flick right there, man.
She goes, that was really good. I was like, no, it was not. like I was not. I just fell out of love. Like in the middle of the movie, I was just like, I don't care anymore. Like
Bradley Cooper's got to take a step back. He's got to call Affleck up and be like, how do you do it all, bro?
Well, apparently he doesn't because I think a lot of people liked it. I mean, it did really well at the box office. A lot of people liked it. I personally did not. I don't understand how people liked it, but people did.
So. Well, whatever. Fuck them, right?
Hey, yeah, that's right.
All right. Well, to be continued next week with the superhero category, which I'm really excited to talk about.
Yes, tune in next week. We will wrap up all the winners for the Razzies and the Oscars. Spoiler alert: I did not get a chance to vote in the Razzies this year because I couldn't.
I want to talk about that next week.
Right, we'll talk about.
There is something behind the scenes with the Razzies to talk about. We'll save it for next week. We're running a little long. So.
Right, yeah, but So we'll wrap this all up, and then we'll also talk about Bobo's superhero category.
Yep. So the number is 747 banging
747-226-4464.
Go ahead and call in and let us know how wrong we were with our picks, how right we were, how bad Holmes and Watson really is if you've seen it.
Yes. Keep those voicemails coming. We really do enjoy. And there is a person that called and left a voicemail that we haven't played yet. And I promise you we'll get to it. We just didn't have time this week. We probably won't have time next week. But the week after that, I promise you we'll get to it and we'll cover it.
Yeah, we didn't forget to play it. We didn't play it because we knew we were going to run long this week anyways. So
Right.
We'll get to it.
Yep.
And so I won't bore us with all the stuff. It's pwthepodcast.com, PW the Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the social media stuff. Find us on SoundCloud, anywhere all the podcasts are, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, all that nonsense.
Yep.
Anything you want to add?
I think that's about it.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next week.
See you next Thursday.